What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session, live analysis, and live discussion about trading psychology and all other important technical and psychological aspect of trading. And if there is any live trade, definitely we'll jump on it. Now, this is a very important session. As you know that this is London session and New York session together we'll be covering, and there is quite a few high impact news coming up later today. So the market is very volatile. As you can see, we see that gold and many other instruments going in the direction exactly as our plan. So before I begin this session, guys, make sure you give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Make sure you press that bell notification as well. So let's look at the outlook of the market first of all, and also guys, make sure you use the live chat if you want to ask any question, or if you want to share your pairs, which one you are trading. If you want me to give my opinion, definitely I'll look at it. So make sure you use the live chat so that we can stay interactive all the time. So first of all, let's look at British pound US dollar. We see that British pound US dollar has a strong break to the upside, and as you know that this is the monthly. Tomorrow there is a monthly close, and it is very important that before the monthly close, price normally behave very aggressively, which is very important because this is where the market trends. Now if I look at the monthly on GBP USD, we see that there's a monthly close coming up, and it's nine hours later this candle is going to close. But I think that GBP USD highly likely that will drop again, because the reason is, if you closely look at why I'm looking first monthly, is because it's a higher time frame, as you know, and also we know that from the monthly perspective, GBP USD in fact is now, you can see that on the monthly it has created a lower high in this level and then created this big move to the downside, and after this impulse on the monthly, we can expect GBP USD to create a significant retracement. So this is where we see GBP USD is coming down. Now on the weekly perspective, we see that there was a bounce to the upside. Now this is where a little bit of gray area. As you can see, there is a dodgy back to back, and then the previous week this inverted hammer. Now we see that from this support there is a bounce on GBP USD. Now this price might go a little to the upside. You know, this is the weekly candle. Let's look at the daily. Now from the daily, we see that today's candle just crossed the daily 20 period moving average to the upside. What I think that GU is might be breaking this high, okay, this daily high, and then we could see again a rejection. I don't think that it's a big change of trend on GBP USD. What I think that this market might range in this level, highly likely to happen. Okay, so if I look at the daily, we see that there is an impulse to the upside with this fake move candle on the daily. Now today also we see significant movement. What I think that GU, as you can see, this is the channel on GBP USD. I think this market will just range in between this support and resistance. So there is a probability for GBP USD later just to have a drop, as there is a monthly close coming up. So this one is with GBP USD. Let's look at other instruments slowly. I'll look at all of them, guys. Let me look at the chat first to see to your heading. Thank you very much. Hey, awesome. Muhammad Khalid, good evening, sir. Can we sell gold now? Gold bearish. Yeah, we'll look at it. This is my favorite one, gold. As you know, that's the first gold, please. Yeah, gold. Okay, euro dollar GJ. Okay, Mansuke, sir, check gold. Okay, there's a lot of requests for gold, so let's jump on the gold. Shan boss, do you think gold will drop? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Gold will drop, and as you can see that on the screen, you have seen the one that yesterday we did. Today also we had a massive trade on gold, and probably for those who followed my New York session live, I'm sure that everyone who followed this New York session had a great trading on gold, because this is what exactly I mentioned. If you recall, when this candle was forming, What did I say, guys? Can you repeat, anyone, so that I know that you are following up everything? This is what I mentioned, that what did I say, that there is a weekly support zone here, okay, which is also aligning this 20 EMA around 18-19 level, and gold is highly likely will go there, test this resistance level, and then will reject. And if you recall that gold did exactly as it is, we saw that it reached this 20 period moving average 18-19 level, and then has been rejected aggressively, and we took that full advantage on this trade. Now I'll tell you now next where we can find another trading opportunity, guys. As you know that trading, one thing always you need to keep in mind that FOMO, or if you just you have to be patient if you wanna get better trade on any instruments. So you saw that this is the level that we have sold, and I'll explain now the strategy, and we'll see where we can find another trading opportunity. We saw middleman on the previous session, which is also a long bearish candle, and I think that gold will just melt to the downside. Now this is the zone that we sold gold at 18, and our stop loss was 18.24. later we moved that stop loss is to this level. Now let me explain why I have taken this trade and also sent to the students. This gold trade is the reason behind, so that you also learn, and also the goal is to teach you also, so that you can take this kind of trade. And also trading in this live session as well is also goal. Trading, learning by trading, and also learning by understanding the previous trade, because the trade that worked out will give you a lot of a lot of what I can say, that value in it, so that you can understand. Now this is the gold trade. As you can see, there was a, when this doji has formed, this is where I send the pending order here. I know that this price is likely to go up, will test this 20 EMA, and then will drop. And if you turn on our TF indicator, this is our trend following indicator, you see that exactly where there is a sell signal, and this is what all it's available for all this. This is our TF strategy. Now why this happen is because if you closely look at the top of this candle, it's in a very important area of value. There is a 20 EMA on gold, and also there is a bearish candle that has crossed the previous doji's high, closed back below as a long bearish engulfer. Now before closing that, from experience and from this strategy, I know that this price is likely to go up, test this level, and then will reject from this zone. And this is what exactly it does, and this is the reason behind the trade, and this is a strategy basically. So this is the fake move. It was grab liquidity on the monthly close, and we see that later the next session gold has formed a middleman, and this is a middleman, perfect middleman, breakout from this level, leaving a long wick at the top and also long wick at the bottom. But I think that highly likely this candle is going to close 1 hour 19 minutes. I think that even during the news or in this occasion, gold is likely to come back down and hit this 1800 level. So let's see where we can find suitable entry opportunity. Now for me, again, to sell gold, what I need a break of this local resistance. Now this is 15-minute chart, you can see that, and this is the resistance level here on the 15 minutes, local resistance. What I need gold is to go up and test this upper trend line. If we see gold is testing this upper trend line, then we will be selling gold, and this is the goal of this session, that what I need is to break to the upside, create a fake move, and then to give us another selling opportunity. So let's see how it goes. But I think that the way it is forming, even we may not see a strong break. Let's see. I think that gold will just will melt to the downside here. Okay, it's forming a very fragile bearish price action. You see this market is slowly falling. Okay, it's a falling market, creating series of lower high in the zone. So let's see how it does, and once we will find the opportunity, we will be jumping on a trade on gold. and I think that in that move we should see that basically this market has come to the very important level on the daily. This is the daily level of support here on gold. Okay, this is the support, and I think that this market basically will come back to this level of support, and from here we might see a rejection to the upside, because in the past, if you closely look at, there is a weakless candle on the daily. It's a very important support zone, and around 1790 level is where the monthly Fibonacci level, if you closely look at the monthly 50% Fibonacci level along with 20 EMA and also the previous resistance turning support, which will be a very crucial zone for potential reversal trade on gold. So this is how, that we look at the market, where we will be reversing or where we will be closing the trade, and again where we will be entering the trade. So let's see how it does. Now during this news, guys, if in case, let's say the news is coming for CAD, and later there will be news on dollar also, if during the news, if the gold revert back to the 20 EMA here, also will be selling gold. 4 hour 20 EMA is very important, which is less likely to happen because there is a textbook middleman here, and we do have a specific strategy to trade this middleman. Okay, now if you want to learn all of them, this is our TF strategy indicator, and also trade with us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy in our private VIP Telegram channel. There is a link in the description area. You can join us. There is a discount going on. You can join us to learn our strategies and also trade with us. And in this live session, guys, any trade coming up, also we will be jumping on. So let's see. I'll just need some confirmation, and then we'll open trade. We do open live trade as well, as you have seen that, but the best thing is that if you are in the private, then it becomes like the timing is not a factor. The only thing in this time is limited, and specific time only we can trade in this session. So let's see gold. Let it go up. It's bearish, guys. For me, I'm bearish. Okay, it's not always that, always keep in mind that trading is all about probability. Okay, you saw that I'm always confident, but at the same time we need to realize that anything can happen in trading, guys. In the meantime, please give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. When you like this stream, it really helps me, and also it helps you, it really motivate me to create more of this and to help you in your trading. So thank you very much for your support. Make sure, I will pause for 2 seconds for a like and also subscribe. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's jump on to dollar CAD. As CAD news is coming up, I think that you see dollar CAD is coming down for a deeper retracement, and for me, I think dollar CAD, you can see this is a bullish market. Now let's do a full analysis, then we'll understand. When you look at the multi-time frame, we'll understand the direction of the market. Now from the multi-time frame perspective, monthly dollar CAD has reached this monthly resistance level. Okay, this is the monthly resistance, but at the same time, USDCAD is a long-term bull market. You can see starting with this is the monthly impulse. Okay, a big impulse, and then we see that dollar CAD is consolidating in this zone, creating series of lower high. Okay, so with that series of lower high, USDCAD is created this impulse consolidation pattern. It is basically a bullish market structure. Okay, if you closely look at it, you'll see that when it's an impulse and the market creates that, this is in fact a bullish pattern. And we see that there is a support here, there's a support here, the price grab liquidity from that level, and with that liquidity grab, we have seen that basically dollar CAD has bounced to the upside in this monthly candle. Now what we see that with that bounce dollar CAD, it's in the monthly resistance zone, and I think that USD will continue to go up, because it, after this kind of impulse consolidation, grab liquidity from the bottom, there is a waiting of breakout to the upside. And when there is a monthly breakout in the lower time frame, you should find a lot of trading opportunity. And what I think that in that move, dollar CAD highly likely at least reaching the resistance level, which is from the long-term perspective almost 700 pip. Not in one move, but this is the move that highly likely to be taken place in my opinion. Now if I look at the weekly, we see that basically this is the weekly candle. There was a big bullish engulfer followed by this week there's a middleman. Now the price is coming down. What I think that in this news announcement, when the price will highly likely will drop to the downside, and the highly likely the price will test this neckline. Why I have drawn this line, you see that on the weekly there is a double bottom, okay, and then breakout from this double bottom. Again I'm repeating, there is a double bottom, breakout from this double bottom. Okay, now when you see a double bottom or any kind of reversal pattern breakout, you can expect this price to go ahead and test this resistance as a support and then to be rejected again to the upside. So we see that USDCAD, this is the previous resistance zone here on the neckline, turning support here, and we can expect a rejection from this level. If we look at the daily, with that respect, we see that from the daily, this is the resistance zone here, a bit adjusted for the daily, and this is the neckline of this reversal pattern. Okay, so this is the resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Okay, so this is the resistance which is turning support here on USDCAD, and from here we can expect a push to the upside. So with all of them, if we look at the 4-hour perspective, we see that this market basically this is the resistance zone turning support. Now what I will be waiting, you can see that this is a bit ambitious view that the price will come back down here, but I'll be really happy to see if we see any strong rejection along this zone. There is a doji here on the 4-hour, you can see that. Okay, so with that doji, basically dollar CAD form a trend line here. Okay, so with that zone, there is a support here. Okay, support here, and during the news, what we need is dollar CAD to have a rejection, and along this zone, as soon as we will find suitable entry, we will consider going long. And I think that this market will give us a drop during the news, and then we can consider going long on dollar CAD. So this is what we are expecting, the price to come back down here to test either this support here or this support here, and then to give us potential bullish trading opportunity on USDCAD. Okay, we look at AUDUSD. Yeah, we'll look at AUDUSD. Thank you. I have a buy position on gold now, 30 pip loss. Should I hold? I don't recommend to to hold any buy position on gold unless there's any, but that guys, keep in mind that if anyone open any position, definitely you have a strategy, and if you, I don't recommend you to fully rely on my opinion, because it could be that, let's say I told you something and it could be completely the other way around. Okay, so just I will not be a buyer on gold. That's what only I can say, because I can't advise you what to do. You have to make your own decision about your trading, even if you are anywhere. The only thing that I can give in my opinion, and my opinion could be wrong at any point, and that's completely fine. That's why we normally learn proper risk management, and being comfortable of being wrong is the greatest virtue of a trader. Virtue is the key to become anything. So being wrong is okay, and being right is rewarding, right? That's the trading psychology that we use in trading. So with that said, what I think that we might see some short-term spike during the news on gold, but for me, I'll not be a buyer on gold, but instead, if I see that, let's say, spike to the upside, then I'll be a seller. Okay, because trading with the trend is the best trading strategy one can ever have. This is my secret, you know. I am not a very fancy trader. I'm very simple. You can see in my chart only 2 moving averages and nothing else, right? So what do I use? I use the pure price action. I use area of value, okay? Because, and I use liquidity. It's one of my favorite trading secret of it's the liquidity. Okay, so what is a liquidity? I discuss all the time. Liquidity is basically a volume that coming in the market. Okay guys, so liquidity is what you are putting on the market and the big boys need it. Okay, so because to move the market, that's the simplest term I can say. Now you can see that this candle here, this is why I opened this gold trade, that you know that has ended up being giving us a full profit on gold. You can see on the screen, and this is the, you can see this time in 11:57 a.m. in Sydney time. In your time zone could be different. Today's date here in our VIP Telegram channel, and this is the main secret of opening this trade is the liquidity gap. Okay, and this is in most of my trade, I always keep that element of liquidity gap, because this is where the high probability trade comes and big moves comes in place. So these are the factors that I use in trading, and I think that every professional trader use the same kind of you know, that theory, or it's any same kind of strategy to become a profitable trader. And there's nothing very new, but the only thing is that how you are implementing. You know, everyone knows there is a big factor here is the trading psychology that I talk about all the time. Okay, you know, trading psychology is a big part of the game. Okay, and one of the biggest killer of trading account is a part of trading psychology is to overcome fear in trading. You know, I talk less about greed. Greed also is a kind of emotion, but I talk less is because I think that at some point greed is better than fear. So I believe, because at the end of the day, you have to be greedy to become profitable, right? So not too much, but a little bit greedy, it's okay. But the fear does is it just, you know, ruin the trading account. And you know, one of the best way, if I go to the fundamental of fear, you know, that fear is a vibration that I talk about. It's an energetic vibration that everyone has. So to overcome fear, one must, you know, that need to have a lot of experience. This is the key points of overcoming fear. You know, you see that our brain basically generates that fear that I always talk. So understanding that really helps. So the reason is, you know, basically how does first of all fear impact our trading? Do you know that? Let me tell you. The way fear impact is, we think that, let's say many traders think that, okay, my account is going in minus, okay, going in drawdown, then I fear. No, we don't fear that time. We fear when the account is going in profit. This is where the fear comes in place. The reason is when the account goes in profit, we feel fear of losing what we gained so far, and then we close the trade very premature. And that's the reason, that's how the fear impact our trading account. And what I found in my own experience, as I mentioned many times, that the day one and today, and you know, the first month of my trading and today, the only difference is the fear. Then how did I overcome? Is by giving a lot of experience in exposure. You can give virtually, you can give physically, in a many way, like taking a lot of trades. It's like, you know, that you are on a height. Okay, you are you are afraid to jump from here. Okay, now once you are afraid to jump from here, but give a one try, and you see that 70% of your fear will disappear, because you feel like, okay, it's easy. Your brain will accept the fact that it's easy, and then you started to make, you know, more and more better decision. So that's how you can, you know, overcome fear. This is the best solution that I see, you know. And then you know, your energetic frequency becomes stronger. You become feel more motivated, because when you are fear, basically our you know, that it's like a spectrum. You see the fear and courage, it's like this. Okay, so when you are fear, you are in the other side of the spectrum, when you are of the energetic vibration. And when you slowly feel courageous, that okay, I'm gonna manage the risk, I'm gonna hold this trade, and you start to feel courageous, you're feeling much better. So that's how, you know, this is the only way I think that one can recover from fear or overcome fear. We'll talk more about this. Okay, let's jump onto the chart. So, I'm your lifetime student, joined last week. I mean, okay, amazing, thank you very much, great job. This is your credit, you hold the trade. The only thing that I do is I just send the alert, that the rest you have to do. Thank you very much. Which one is good for beginners between day trading and swing trading? Grandson, very good question. Which one is good for beginner? Is day trading or swing trading? I would say that in the beginning, see, it depends completely on your personal circumstances as well, because let's say you have a full-time job or even a part-time job. Then if I say that okay, it's good for you to do a day trading, probably not that much of in favor of you, because in that case you might not have enough time. So I'll say that in that case, swing trading. But even in the beginning, you can do day trading for learning, because when you do day trading, your learning curve may be a bit faster, because you will give a lot of time. Let's say you are a student, and you have a plenty of time to learn, you know, to do experiment. Okay, do day trading, that's your an option. But day trading is a little bit harder than the swing trading. It depends on actually how you approach. Everyone's personality is different. Some people born as a trader, some people trained as a trader. I feel like I born as a trader, to be honest, you know. In fact, you see, if I tell you the honest truth is that I born as a gambler. See, I'm not afraid to tell who I am. I born as a gambler. I, you know, in my very young age, I drawn to gambling. I grew up in a very small village, in a rural area, and then I drawn to gambling in the local village. And because that thing was taboo in that part of the region that I have grown up, and you know, I was a couple of times being abused also in my childhood. So it's the the things that I you know, suppressed. And what happened is that, you know, there is a famous Swiss psychiatrist, his name is Carl Jung. He said that when you suppress something, it turns into a shadow. So how does it work? Every one of you have this kind of talent. See, anyone who you want to be, you have to be. If you suppress who you want to be, then it turns into shadow. Now shadow take its toll, and it did my toll. I'm telling you the honest truth. Until my age of, let's say, around half of my, you know, career and study career, I struggled a lot because of that thing that I suppressed, my core passion. Okay, and I had to go through a lot of hardship in my personal life, in many area of my life. And then, you know, I had that trigger of being who I am, and then I found my passion. I lost money in trading. So it's basically gambling and trading is a cousin, right? They are cousin, though that brings a negative connotation because it's a cousin. The only difference is that when you learn proper risk management, when you know how to trade, you become a trader from a gambler. So it's the mentality. How does a trader think? Is a trader think in probability. You see that, go to an average person. See, this is the key points that you need, guys, trust me, to become a trader. It will change your trading psychology completely. See, a normal person, if you go to a normal person, like we are also normal person, but what I'm saying that from the trader's perspective, if you go to a person who is basically, let's say, a not trader, anything they will come to a conclusion. Okay, anything we come to a conclusion, right? A trader or a gambler work in probability. Okay, anything can happen anytime. Probability. Okay, so that is the mindset of a trader, is being, stay in the probability. When you stay in the probability, that is where you become a trader. Okay, you know why it is important? Because then you start to learn proper risk management. You are fully confident, and at the same time you know that you need a backup plan. So this is what we talk about. We'll talk more about that. And now what I see that on gold, guys, you see that there was a middleman the previous session, a perfect middleman that has a long wick at the top, okay, long wick at the bottom, and a middle body in the middle. There is a body in it. Okay, so that's a very, very strong middleman breakout from this resistance level. And what I think that, as you can see, this candle is going to close in 55 minutes. Let's see how it does. So we might see some spike to the upside. And there's a news coming up, guys. Let me look at the Forex factory. Okay, so you see that calendar, and there's a 12:30 CAD news is coming, GDP, which is a very important news coming up, and dollar 2 a.m. USD, AUD news coming tomorrow. Okay, so these pairs are gonna be very volatile, right? AUD USD. Okay, I think that AUD USD is likely to come and hit that 20 period moving average very soon. It's 54 minutes later. This candle is going to close. From this resistance, we might see a rejection, okay, on AUD USD. Okay, I'm coming back to the gold again, back to AUD USD. Let me look at how we can find an opportunity here. So if I look at the 5 minutes chart on AUD USD, okay, so AUD USD, you know that if this resistance is being broken on the 5 minutes chart on a Aussie dollar, around the zone, if we see that, I think this market will go up now, highly likely. So if we see this resistance is broken, overextended, created a bearish price action, we might sell AUD USD for short-term movement. Okay, so let's say before news, if it happens. Okay, so you see that my mapping for gold is price will go to the 1830. Let me look at, you think that 1830? Well, you think that 1830? Why do you think 1830? I think that, you know, anyone, you could be right, anything can happen, but I think that this market will drop to this weekly liquidity zone. The reason is because you know that there is a huge liquidity in this level. Okay, back to back 4 weekly doji opening and closing, and from that liquidity I don't think that gold will be able move up without grabbing liquidity from here. Let's say this car need to travel, this one is 500 kilometer. Okay, you only have 5 liter of petrol. Then what it needs to come to the petrol station to grab petrol to go to that 500 kilometer. As I mentioned, the liquidity is like a fuel in pricing. So I think that this market will drop to this level to grab liquidity, because yeah, this is, if you look at the daily, there is a daily support here as well, which is a very important level of support on the daily, and also turning here as a support. And you can see that after the previous days, this green candle just closed below this daily doji and then immediately dropped. It's amazing. Some trader wait a month for this kind of trade. Okay, a month. Sometimes with a big capital, they just wait for a month to find this kind of trade. It's an amazing trade, and we see that the way it is forming, I think that we might see a drastic drop. Let's see how it does. Okay, in this now from the 15 minutes we see there is some consolidation coming up. So what all I need is a fake move to the upside for selling. Okay, because it's a long-term bearish market, we'll be only looking for selling gold. Okay, and let's see how it does, because as per our TF strategy, I see the sell signal, because I repeat the things is because there is one reason, is repetition is the key to understand. Sometimes we feel like, okay, I looked at once and that's I understand, but when repeat, it becomes reprogram in the mind. That really helps me. You saw that some of my analyses are very repetitive. Let's say gold analysis, I approach in the same way. This is because that even for achieving a goal, if you look at the Napoleon Hill's method of achieving a goal, what he said, that write in a piece of paper, read it out loud over and over and over again. Why? If you write once, or if you just say to once, that's fine, right? That this is your goal, $1 million in a year or $10 million in a year. This is the goal that you have. But why do you need to tell it over and over and over again? The only reason is because we forget, we don't pay attention, and our minds work like that, because the brain that we have, how it works, let's say when you think, it creates a neural pathway in your brain, and there is another neural pathway, and according to science, around 90% of our thinking is repetitive. That means that every day you repeat the same kind of thinking. In 90% of the thinking you repeat every day. So what happens is that whatever you try to think, you return back to your neural pathway in your brain, and you think in the same way, like everyone like this. Okay, so when you implement a new idea in your mind, or any kind of goal or strategy you give in your brain, you need to create a new neural pathway, and brain doesn't want to do that, mind doesn't want to do it, feel resistance. And that's why you need to give repeatedly to your mind. This is how an identity has been shifted. A person turn into different person by changing the brain structure, by changing the pattern in the brain, the neural pathway, by thinking pattern. It's absolutely possible. And if you look at it from a bit in a, what I can say, the another perspective, is basically is you are shifting from one reality to the other reality. by changing your thinking. You become a different person. That's how everything happens. Any successful person you see in the world do like that. They just shift from one reality to the other reality, and because they exist parallelly, okay, like this. So your one version remain in one zone, and once you change your thinking and you change your thinking, you become a different person, and you slide down to another reality and another reality. And that's called sometime, that's called, you change your energy frequency, and you turn into different person. So all they're the same dot is connected together, okay, same thing. So that's why I repeat the same thing over and over again, for myself as well as for my students, for those who are watching my videos, and because my goal is to help others. So let's look at now some other pairs. The CAD news is coming in 15 minutes. Let's look at the CAD pairs. Okay, looking at AUDCAD. Okay, AUDCAD, you can see that this is a strongly falling market. Now we see that during the news the prices might go up to test this 20 EMA. Okay, what I think that there is an imbalance here. You can see that. Now with that imbalance, what I think that if AUDCAD is managed to break this daily high, we might see another possible selling opportunity in this instrument, because with the test of this 20 EMA or breaking this high will give us another selling opportunity on AUDCAD. Okay, from the higher time frame we see that this market is bearish. So this is AUDCAD. Now if I look at EuroCAD, in the similar, EuroCAD is bullish, very strongly bullish. Okay, but let's the CAD news is CAD-JPY. Okay, CAD-JPY is a very nice pair, because in all CAD pair I will prefer CAD-JPY. The reason is this market is a long-term bullish market. If you look at the monthly perspective, you see that now this market, if you look at overall historical information, you see that this is the big impulse correction, big impulse correction. So basically this is a long-term historically bull market. Now short term we see this is just a starting of a new impulse, so we could see a very good move on this market. Looking at weekly, quite a few smaller candles moving, like it's gaining momentum for a bigger move. If you look at the daily, we see that basically we saw that CAD-JPY change its downtrend to an uptrend. Here you can see that there is an impulse correction, so, and then consolidation, break to the upside, tested the previous resistance support. Now it is in another impulsive phase. So with that in mind, for me, CAD-JPY, this is the daily chart, for me to be bullish, what I think that I need this price to come back here on the daily to form a doji in this zone. Maybe not a closed candle, because to close a candle you need time. So from the 4-hour, especially, you can see this candle is, there is already a bullish engulfer, followed by, as CAD news is coming, we should see some change in this candle. After the candle, if we see, let's say something like that, a long wick candle with a smaller body, is where we can see CAD-JPY could be a bullish candle. So let's look at GB. Yeah, CAD-JPY, GBP CAD, both are significantly bullish at the moment. Okay, so look, okay, so you see that So let me look at the commodity currencies looking like that little bit of bullish. That's good because the month is coming up, the end of the month. So looking at CAD GDP, guys. So we see quite a few high impact news coming up: CAD, USD, AUD, and GBP. Okay. So we'll look at all of them. Let me look at first. Okay, gold. Coming back to gold again to see. I think because it's a middleman, I'm very confident that the gold price will drop from here. But in case, let's say in this move during the news, somehow if we see gold revert back to the upside to this 20 MA, then we will be again selling gold from here. Or before that, if we see around this, let's say an entry point, we'll look at on the lower time frame how we can find an entry. But for me, I think this market now preparing for a drop to this 1797 level on gold. The reason is, if you look at the monthly, we see that there is a monthly, this is the 50% Fibonacci level on the monthly. Okay, let's see what happened. And this is a very important area of value. Okay, shit, very good question. What do you think about institutions selling and buying zone? Very good question. I'll answer this. Mansuki GJ swing, yeah, absolutely. Sir, kindly can you tell please about market movement between internal and external liquidity? Internal and external. Can you tell me about the market movement between internal? Yeah, we'll talk about it. No problem. Sir, tell about EuroCAD. Yeah. Talk about those swing trading if you have to work. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Very good. Thank you. Yep. Anything is okay unless we are not overdoing it. So what's leverage working in account? Leverage working in account. So leverage, it depends on what leverage you want to use. Some people use 1 to 30, some people 1 to 100, some people even use 1 to 500. So it depends on what leverage you are using. Hello coach, greeting. Could you please GBP look at it. Coach, I was following you for 6 months now. I'll join today. Danuka, thank you very much. You are welcome to Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I'm sure that you will be enjoying. So there is a link in the description area. You can find the link, and also there is a link at the top of the chat, the website link. Go to the website, visit the website, and join us to learn our strategies to trade with us. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, trading psychology is very important, dollar yen. Yeah, absolutely. I'll look at dollar yen. Yeah. So let me look at now one by one before CAD news is coming up. Do you swing trade? King's Day. I do swing trade. I do scalp. I do day trade, all kinds, because to be honest, only in the weekend I go out with family, children, and most of the time I just trade, sleep and trade and eat, and that's it. Create content. I love doing it. Trust me, I love doing it. I get enormous energy on doing it, because when you love something you get a lot of things. So yeah, I do all of them because something I need to do, because of, even for I need to carry a lot of accounts with me. I have to maintain a lot of accounts of my own accounts, as well as there's a lot of and also I have to mentor a student. So all kinds of trading. I have scalping strategy, scalping account. I have swing trading account, swing trading strategy, everything. I need to do that. Samir, absolutely. Yeah, why not? Yeah, you can join. Yeah, there is a link. Go to the website. There is a live chat available. You can find all the information, then how you can join. Absolutely. So let's look at now, guys and girls, before we then see the news. Let me look at the dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen, we see that absolutely bullish. Okay, this market, this is a very nicely bullish market, guys. You can see the very well organized big bull market. Dollar yen is I love this pair. When it trend, it really trends very nicely, but when it consolidate, it become very massive. Let's see here. Okay, but when it trends, it is trending very nicely now. Okay, and there is a monthly close coming up, okay, on dollar yen, and I think that because it's a freshly started, you know, a bullish trend, okay, but I think that dollar yen will continue to go up in this month. Even I would say that this market will first break this resistance, and then highly likely it will touch this resistance later. So looking at, we see that significant bullish on the daily as well. Okay, yeah, so this market is significantly bullish. Let the news subside, and then we'll see trades, because you know, before news sometime even you might not see the trade because of the candle. You know, it's not forming the candle, you might not see the trade. Once you see the candle has formed, then you start to see all the trades. So you see that some you know, the pressure coming on gold, bearish pressure. You can see this candlestick will tell you how the gold is behaving. You see there's a long wick at the top. Okay, whenever the price is going in the top, we see there's a long wick candle is being created, is basically selling pressure, okay, coming on the market. And any spike to the upside, let's say even in this 1 hour 20 EMA, is an opportunity for sell. Okay, the way it is forming, what I think that gold might just continue to drop. Okay, so CAD JP were very crazily bullish. We see that CAD is getting stronger and stronger. See that some movement coming down to the EuroCAD, and I'm just looking at all of them to see how they're behaving. AUDUSD, so let me quickly look at, guys, all the pairs to see, because when I don't look at all of them, I may not see how they're. You see CAD CHF, it's a bullish market. This is forming, you know, a candle which is also significantly bullish. Euro GBP has a breakdown from this resistance zone. So CAD JPY, in all CAD pairs, I will prefer the most the CAD JPY. Just looking at dollar CAD. Now USDCAD, you see that from the bigger picture perspective, this is a bullish market. Now because there is a news coming up today, CAD and dollar, this instrument could be a very interesting pair for trading, but we need to see proper price action here for bullish. Leave it aside. See NZD USD, let me see, this is the daily chart, and you can see that there is a resistance here. This is the half week of the daily candle, and this is the high. So these two level is crucially important for NZD USD. Highly likely that this price will go ahead and test this level and then will revert back like the AUD USD and NZD USD. We will discuss all of them. So thank you. What about euro dollar? Yeah, we'll look at it, sir. Please say about gold for Gbpusd, gold. Okay, euro dollar. So gold, guys, what I see that you can see now some gold during the news. I'm just waiting for the news. It's to me is still bearish. Okay, unless the market changes. Now 29 minutes, we saw that basically this doji, this it should have another drop, but so far it didn't drop. We might see that some short-term movement to the upside, but for me is still bearish. Okay, now change in the news sentiment, let's say the CAD, GDP, USD news, okay, coming up, there might change there might create some changes in the market. Okay, so let's see how it does. Just wait for the news to really be released, and in the meantime let's see how the market is doing, and then we'll jump on a trade as soon as we will find that. Okay, so I think the news is released already. It's 12:30. Okay, so minus 0.1, forecast was 0.00, so that could weaken the CAD a little bit. Okay, so that means that we have seen some movement on AUD CAD. Okay, so CAD got a little bit of weaker, guys, so you might see some pairs against CAD might be dropping. So some volatility coming up against the CAD pairs. So let's say this AUDCAD. Okay, so we see that CAD got a little bit weaker, and Euro CAD we see that bullish move. I think USD CAD also creating some bullish momentum. Let's look at how it is using the NCD CAD. Okay, so we see that CAD pairs, CAD basically getting weaker. CAD JPY, with CAD JPY we see, so this is one of my favorite on all the CAD pairs. If it drops down, we might be able to find some bullish trading opportunity on CAD JPY. Just looking at all the CAD pairs, we saw that NZD CAD as well. So NZD CAD, let's see if we can find on the lower time frame any kind of trading opportunity. Okay, so let's look at 5 minutes on this one. The USDCAD and so NZD CAD, you can see this approaching this resistance, which is the daily resistance here. There's a gap opening, but I think that from this resistance it will have a bounce. Okay, this instrument, I know that many times NZD CAD is not being traded, but it's, okay, GBP JPY also very strongly bullish. Okay, it's going to the moon. The reason is you can see that from the monthly, this market is a very long-term bullish market. Okay, long from the weekly as well, we see a very strong bullish market. From the daily, there is nothing we can say that it can stop until this resistance level. So I'm just looking to see which one can give us a trading opportunity in the upcoming couple of hours time. We saw that also GBP USD approaching a resistance zone on the daily. So Gbpusd, guys, we see that there is a bullish move here, but I will not be selling this, buying this market. What I think that you see that Gbpusd here, you can see the failed to create a new lower low. It was moving in this downtrend, right? It was a downtrend with this liquidity gap. It created this impulse and creating in this downtrend. But what happened is that the price failed to create a new lower low. So in a downtrend, when the price failed to create a lower low and instead created a double bottom, we saw now the price is going high. What I think that highly likely this market either will break this high and will reject. So basically for me, GU, what I think that this market might move in a range, okay, in a range. So for the time being, if I look at the monthly, we see that after this big drop, now the price is going up, which is very good for us for again upcoming times for potential selling opportunity, because this market, you can see there's a series of lower high has been created on Gbpusd, and I think that it will just prepare for another drop in the upcoming times. And now gold, okay, so going back to gold, we see that there is a significant drop coming up, which is expected. Okay, we see that now the market is in 20 minutes time, the long consolidation. So now it is trying to break down for the 5 minutes. So there is a bearish engulfer has been formed. This is a big long bearish engulfer with a double top on the 5 minutes. Okay guys, so we see that gold significantly bearish so far, and with the news released, CAD is weaker. Let me look at dollar CAD. Just looking at all of them to see, because before the candle close, market really guys, let me look at the chat. Hello sir, how are you? Thank you Lotfi, I'm good, thank you. Coach US30, yeah, we didn't look at US30 yet, we'll look at it. So what do you think about DXY? Yeah, look at it. S&P 500, yeah. So what do you think about DXY? Yeah, give your opinion on Gbpusd. I think Gbpusd will go a little further to the upside, and then it might reverse. Okay, it will really depend on a lot of on dollars how they are doing. Can someone tell me if around can do open multi-trade? What about euro dollar? Yeah, okay, so we'll look at it. So looking at gold, guys, I'll jump onto another pairs. So we saw that basically gold is now what I think is preparing for another drop. And now this candle, after this closing of this candle, even if this one remain bearish, what I think that it is still probability, because the market create still a lower low, okay, in this downtrend. And also it grab liquidity, and this is what I mentioned yesterday's live session, guys. If the market goes up, grab liquidity will drop, and that is why we opened this trade early today on gold. And I'm waiting another one with you guys. If I find in this live session, definitely we secured that one early in the morning in Sydney. So basically this is the main driving force for this trade, is after the liquidity gap, which is key aspect in my trading. I always look at the liquidity, because this is where the market moves. And big boys, you know, they're responsible mainly for moving the market, and they trade based on liquidity. Otherwise the market will not move. So let's keep it aside on gold, how it does. In the meantime, let me look at the US30. Now looking at US30, okay, so we see that US30 also did exactly according to the plan. Very interesting fact. You can see that there was this is where from this resistance, okay, from all of this doji, you remember yesterday when I was doing the live, this is what I expected. Now we saw that basically the price, after penetrating this zone, created this long weak bearish candle, right? It's a middleman also, and with that we have seen a drop. Now this current session so far, we have just seen a little bit of retest of this 20 period moving average. You can see that. So with this 20 EMA, slowly it is rejecting on US30. What I think that this market basically, after a little more retest, we could see another drop. Now this is the 4 hour. If I look at the daily, now from the daily, what we see that there's a long wick on the daily, right? And this is the 50% of the daily long wick candle. And today during this time, what I think the price will go ahead and test this level, and then we'll see another rejection, which is highly likely to happen. From the longer time frame perspective, from monthly, you can see that there is a big monthly candle, and this candle is going to close later today. In your zone could be different time, but later today it's going to close. And we see that from the weekly, exactly where expected, the previous support down resistance, and we have seen primarily a move down. And I think that we'll see another attempt from the seller to break this support on the weekly perspective. Okay, so US30 one for me is bearish after rejection from here, after forming a strong bearish candle. It's a sell opportunity on the lower time frame. Okay, we see that gold has a little bit of up move, guys, a little bit of bullish move. I think it's because of the news coming up and news formation. So in the last couple of minutes, we might see, okay, so you see there's some bullish move coming on gold. Let's see on the lower time frame how it is doing. Okay, so this is a let's delete that, and that's good for us. This is what I was mentioning, guys, that we need some unusual movement, and it's maybe because of the news coming up. So all the pairs having some unusual movement to the upside, which is good. Because I love trading this kind of movement. I draw this resistance zone here. This level is crucial for gold. Let it break to the upside. See, when the market failed to create like this new lower low, it normally creates a higher high. Okay, so this unusual movement on gold might give us an idea of what it's going to do. So let's keep it on the 5 minutes to see what it is doing. This market also has broken up. I think due to news, the market is very volatile, which is good to have. I'm running trend, might be need to close. Gold having some bullish move, which is good for us. Okay, this move I see on gold, which is not usual movement. Let's see if we find any kind of entry. We'll see how it does. So you see all the instrument having some move to the upside. And you can see this one also going up, breaking this daily resistance level. Okay, this one candle on gold is very unusually has gone up, which might give us, I think that we might find some selling opportunity in this market. Sun also has broken up. So commodity currency, we see that some movement on commodity currency. Okay, so let's see how this 5 minutes candle is doing on gold. Okay, see some. Do we need a strong rejection? Okay, we see that. There's a gap down opening on gold. Let me look at the 1 hour candle. Okay, so let's look at all the pairs, guys, because there's a monthly close coming up. The market little bit of volatile. Okay, we see that there is a strong rejection from CAD CHF. So there is a mixed reaction in the market. Let me look at all of them. Okay, so what I think that you can see that gold has a spike to the upside. This is, for me, it is a fake move. Okay, on gold, let's see if we can find a shorting opportunity on gold. Why USDCAD is jumping up like that? So CAD getting very weaker, guys. Okay, if we see any reversal on gold, then we'll be selling. Let's see how it does here. Just let me look at the chart. Okay, so looking at bigger picture now again, going to the go back to gold. See if there is any trade coming up on gold. This commodity currency has a very strong movement to the upside. Let's see what it is trying to do. It needs to come here to test this level here. Okay guys, let me know in the chat which one you are looking at. Can someone tell me if Android can do open multi-trade at the same price? US oil, please. Yeah, absolutely. Hi coach. My gold trade just shot up to 26k profit. Amazing. Very good. That's good. Amazing. To Nasdaq. Thank you, Kanayat. That's good news that you're making money. Everyone should do that, and I'm sure that everyone is making money. Just you have to be patient, and things will come automatically. Hi, thank you. Please, or leverage to control going up 1820. Okay, thank you very much. All right, let me look at now let's see what's happening with the gold. I think that gold just had a spike up, okay, which is for me don't think that it's a reverse because there's a monthly close coming. We see some rejection, but for me I still think it will again continue to drop. It might be going to the daily resistance level, and from here we might see that might come back down, but like this one, USDCAD was a jump to the upside. So I'm looking at this commodity currency, which is good to look at. Now let me look at all the pairs, guys, because there's a candle closed. So DXY, we see that some reversal coming up on DXY. So we see AUDCAD also rejecting from this resistance zone. So the USDCAD. So Gbpusd also going to the looking at NZD USD. Okay, this one also in a very crucial zone. Okay, now some short move coming on gold, but what I think that gold, guys, you can see we need to see a reversal has formed here, then we can think of selling gold. But I think that this move to the upside could give us a selling opportunity. Down here, commodity currency. Gold, you see, this is a 1 hour chart. What I think that it just, this is the, for me it looks like it's a fake move to the upside, and what I think that gold will now slowly will subside. You can see this 15 minutes candle just forming a bearish candle. This one, mouse here. So looking at gold 15 minutes, for me, what I see that, guys, okay, so now let's see how it does. We might be able to sell gold based on this one. You can see that there's a big drop happen. Okay guys, so for me, what I see on conclusion is that we might see gold again testing this daily opening and closing zone, and then from there we might see again drop. So with that said, this 4-hour 20 EMA is crucially important, but at the same time, from the lower time frame is the 15-minute. Okay, we see that this market now with this breakout, we need to see a reversal has formed here. Okay, head and shoulder or a double top can give us potential selling opportunity. Okay, so the way it formed on the 5 minutes chart on gold, there is still probability for a little push up. So let's see how it reacts with this 4 hour or with this resistance level. You know, the way I trade is, you can see we need to see strong liquidity, collection liquidity gap, then we can be able to sell. This one USDCAD has a very strong rejection. AUDUSD did the same. Just looking at all the pairs, guys, to see. So you can see EuroCAD, okay, CAD again getting stronger, and EuroCAD we see that it's rejection coming up. Okay, CAD JPY, you can see that after grabbing liquidity, so this market is going up from the 5 minutes. So CAD JPY currently showing a strong bullish price action. I think that this one is there's a buy opportunity here. Okay, let's go long with CAD JPY. A stop loss below this low, TP just 1-on-1, just to, because it's monthly close coming up, we might not see. So we will go long with CAD JPY. I will explain the strategy, okay, and we will be closing trade here. Okay, we'll keep our stop loss a bit higher so that we can gain 1-on-1 risk to reward, but we'll close the trade a bit earlier. Only thing is that there was previous hour, there was a strong liquidity gap here. Wait for, on the 5 minutes we will go long, but let's wait for a little bit of drop for an entry. Look like that. Okay, so after this 5 minutes candle, we'll wait for potential entry on CAD-JPY along this zone. Okay, let's see where it comes. Stop loss will keep below this low. TP will be exactly here on the dodgy points. So 2k in one-on-one, we need at least the price to come at 100. So we'll place a pending order on 100.665, TP target at 100.84, stop loss at 100.495. Just let it come down and then we'll jump on a trade. If it doesn't come down, then we may not find enough risks to reward, so it will not be good one to take. If it drops down, then we will be buying. Okay guys, so let's see. If it drops, then we will be buying around 100.665. Okay, if I look at the daily, this market is significantly bullish. From the 4-hour, we see that there's a liquidity gap and the price is trying to go up. So from the higher time frame perspective, we see that this market is highly bullish, and from the monthly as well, we see that there is a high probability that this market will continue to go up. So we'll be waiting for a retracement in this level and then we'll be buying this one. Okay, so CAD-JPY, let it come down. In the meantime, let's look at what's happening with gold. Okay, we see that again, as I mentioned, that gold has gone to that resistance zone. Okay, it looks like that gold, like for the short term, we could see some movement to the upside. Okay, you can see this is the daily resistance coming up again, daily opening and closing, and highly likely that the price will test this level and then we'll have another drop, which is very highly likely to happen. This movement on gold, guys, for me it's a unusual move, this which is needed for another break, and just what we need now. The price, I think that will break this 1816 level on the 4 hour. There is a 20 EMA, also there is a doji, and after testing this level we should see rejection. Okay, so we see we could highly likely it will go to this level and it will cross 1817. Okay, looks like that slowly. Look at that. Gold, please, coach, keep gold trade in this session. Could you look at, yeah, the thing is that gold, this market now, there's a monthly close coming. You know, for me to open a trade, I need a really good high probability. As you can see that this is the trade that we have opened early today on gold, and to have another one, just because the market now, there is a monthly close coming and we see some unusual movement in the market. Okay, see that this market is supposed to drop, but we saw an unusual move to the upside. Now what gold could do now, you see that this is 1 hour chart, right? This 1 hour candle, this is a significant bullish candle on the 1 hour. Now followed by, we see there is now another narrow candle is forming. Now this candle is not a selling candle at all, because the previous one has a liquidity gap. You see couple of hours candle and then has formed this candle. So the next one, even if it closes as a doji on the 1 hour, the next one might be another bullish candle. What I think that now gold might just consolidate in this level. Okay, from the 4 hour, if you look at, we might see something like this. Okay. It's consolidating and then slowly forming like that. Okay, a strong slowly bearish. So if I look at monthly, let's say, because the movement is happening is because of the monthly close. There is a monthly close coming, and we might see even closing above this weekless candle, which is likely to happen because there is a gap, right? So it is possible that monthly close may happen above the gap and then later drop. So with that said, but from the daily, this daily candle even might close as a doji and then could drop. So that's why when the monthly close comes, the price action becomes a little bit of confusing, because the market goes for a deeper retracement on the monthly perspective. So let me look at again all the pairs. So you saw that AUDCAD, Aussie Yen, CAD CHF. So that AUD USD, this is basically a liquidity gap. Okay, we saw that CAD JPY has come back down where we expected. Okay, let me look at first. Now, the previous hour, this is a candle that has a false breakout to the top side. We'll leave this one for now. I'm not fully happy on this one. So as a trader, you sometimes you might feel like, okay, coach, why so many trade you are looking? But this is the biggest what I can say, that you can say that it's a pain of trader, that not being satisfied about any trade. You see, so far from yesterday we have opened 3 trades and 2 of them are amazing winner on gold, all of them. So far in the last back-to-back 4 trades from last week, all are winner. And I was all day long on the chart looking at the trades, so this is the biggest beauty of in trading, that I can say beauty or pain, whatever it comes, but not being satisfied with the trade, that's the learning curve of being patient. Now for me, I just need to see, because there is also a news coming up on USD just 20 minutes later, which is also an important news, and that could really move the price. CPI coming on AUD in the morning, and then GBP very volatile. Okay, so I'll just keep eye on all of them. As I mentioned, that I just keep watching the price action. Who's calling me this time? Okay, so dollar yen, let me see CHFJPY. Let me look at dollar yen. Okay, looks like that, as I mentioned, the bullish looks like bullish. Okay, dollar yen is a long-term bullish, and it is forming a bullish price action after the previous session's doji. We see dollar yen going up, but as I mentioned, there is a monthly close coming, and we might see any time any kind of reversal. So basically, the day before the monthly close, I become a little bit of cautious, as I mentioned, that when there is a trade, might just continue to move the other direction, which is very likely to happen. So, and at the same time, any good opportunity, I definitely will look at it. Okay, guys and girls, and with that said, let's recap what's happening on gold. Okay, I think we might see this movement. You see some unusual movement to the upside, liquidity grab, and along this zone, any kind of reversal, then I'll be selling gold. But I think that we might see even break this high, which is a probability, because there is a monthly close, and monthly close might happen above this weekless candle and gap. So there is a monthly, you can see there is a monthly weekless candle. So if the price wants to close above this monthly weekless candle, then there is a probability for movement to the upside. Okay, in that case, that's why I'm telling you, in that case, the way I see price action now, pardon me, you see that this is 1 hour candle. This candle is a bullish candle because basically there is a strong rejection here, and then multiple dodges, and the last one on the 1 hour is formed a liquidity gap with this bullish candle. So there is a probability now for gold to go up and then, you know, up close above this level, which is a probability. Okay, so that's why I'm just waiting, because if I buy now, it's a guess and it could be against the trend. Trading with the trend is very important, you know. So yeah, I think we might see some, you know, a deeper retracement for the monthly on gold. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm, DXY is dropping. So basically it's dropping means like it has broken this local support zone, and yeah, we might see, because as I mentioned, there's a monthly close, we might see some deeper movement, probably to this 20 EMA, for example, like that. Okay, and then we'll see. No problems, thank you very much. AUDCAD, please go to NZDCAD, sir. Euro USD, Gbpusd, can you look at on the dollar? Yeah, AUDUSD, absolutely. So we see that AUDUSD so far still bearish. Now there is a news coming up. This news will really will determine which way the market will be heading. Okay, so far I see that, guys, dollar CAD for me is looking like a very good one for bullish. So dollar CAD, as the dollar news is coming up after this rejection we see that it's forming bullish, but as the news coming up, just need to see how it does. So due to the weakness in CAD, also you see dollar CAD is going up. Okay, okay guys, so we still yeah, there isn't much better trade here. As I mentioned, there is a monthly close coming. We might see some reversal on gold, so let it reverse and then we'll see how we can trade. So with that said, I'm gonna end this live session because I have to look at more time on the price action for opening a trade, and we do open live trades as you have seen in the previous sessions. So because I need a really good trade, I know that thousands of you are looking at the chart, looking at this, you know, this stream, and jumping on a trade by blend is not a good idea. You see the gold is pushing high, so you might see some reversal coming up. So let it settle down first and then we'll jump on a trade. And if I in the meantime, in the New York session or London session coming up, or in the Asian session, any trade coming up, as soon as I will open, I will send it to the students with full analysis. So if you want to join us, as you can see, we do have this is a awesome winning trade. Less is always more. Okay, I focus on quality rather than quantity because I'll send a trade and I want you to be feel good about it, to make money, you know, to learn. Basically not money, it's all about learning. Okay, keep in mind everything is learning focused here. Okay, it's just so that you can understand. So with that said, if you want to trade with us and also learn our strategies, link in the description, you can join us. There is a discount going on to become an independent trader. And also guys, give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If anyone looking for a regulated broker, also there is a link in the description area. The broker that I'm using, Trade, they are regulated. They're no commission broker. Your capital will be safe. And with that said, I'll see you again tomorrow twice, and also in all the content. And thank you very much for being here. I'm sure that you have found value in this live session, learn from it, and I'll see you tomorrow again. Thank you. Manage your risk when you're trading.